The guest at the Financial Literacy Talk today is Jody Hoff from the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. Welcome, Jody.
Thank you very much.
So you've been working on this project on the financial literacy tool for youth with disability. What is the objective of this project?
The objective of the project was to create an application, an interface for young people with disabilities to explore what the value of work might be, given the fact that they start off on the youth program for the Supplemental Security Income Program, and they're thinking about, as they transition into adulthood, what are my work options and how will those work options interface with the benefits that they're receiving. So the application was really about helping young people explore what are my work options and how do those work options interface with the benefits that they're currently receiving.
And why was this tool needed?
The research on this is very interesting in terms of very few young people who are on a disability program as a young person. As they transition into the adult program, very few of them make the attempt to work. And it's been also shown through some research that the Social Security Administration did that often this decision not to work is made because of a lack of understanding about the interaction between the benefit program and working. And then many people are afraid that if I take a part-time job, if I look for work, that somehow will have a negative impact on benefits. And so what we want to do with the tool was to provide more information in a format that made it more easily to understand what the impact of work would be on the benefit program.
And how did you develop this tool?
Well, you know, that was also an interesting process because the information is very complex. Every state has a different approach to the program. There's different supplements in addition to federal benefits. And so what we did was we went actually out into the field and we spoke with advocates and benefit counselors that are working with this population of young people and asked them about how's the best way to go about creating a tool that would roll this information up about all the various components of a benefit program and then give young people information about these interactions between their benefits and the number of hours that they might be working. So we went out into the field to do that work. We also visited with a number of the researchers that have done projects for the Financial Literacy Center and talking to them about what are good ways, innovative ways to interact, to have people interact with an online tool. And so we did quite a bit of research and just trying to understand what are the best approaches, what are best practices in the education field also, to try to convey complex information in a way that a young person can understand.
And how did the tool work in helping young people with disabilities?
The main thrust of it was to have the young person identify information about themselves in terms of where do they live, what kind of work they might be interested in, how old they are. They're inputting all of this into the application, how many hours they think they might want to work. And then the tool would return information about the value of working plus their benefits, and that the young person then could make some changes. I want to work 5 hours a week. Maybe I'd like to work 10 hours a week. What if I worked 20 hours a week? So the tool itself then would then provide responses in terms of income, wages plus the benefit, and to have the young person explore how working could enhance their overall benefits. And so it was that exploration that was happening that with the tool that made it a useful piece in helping identify that actually working in many ways can supplement. It doesn't necessarily have to take away the benefit that one is receiving, but that it can actually supplement that in a very positive way. So that's generally the tool in terms of the way we wanted it to work.
So what are the questions that lie ahead and what do you plan to do next? We
piloted this tool with some undergraduate students to see what they learned as a result of using the tool. And you know, we've got some really great feedback from these young people about how the tool operated and what might be some other formats to use. And so what we'd love to do is to take those results from our studies and see if we could improve the tool that will be, I think, a first is to implement some changes to make the tool even more accessible to young people. And then I think to really take it out into the field and to put it to work with benefit counselors and advocates that are working with young people with disabilities to see if this tool could help them in their advising and working with young people on the benefits of work.
Well, I think the work you're doing is terrific, and focusing on this population, young people with disability, is so important. So I very much look forward to reading the continuation of your work.
Very good. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about the project.